Hey guys, back again. Once again, it is 4:12 in the morning. I'm bored, so I'm going to cover the Chris traffic stop video that Van Valiant played yesterday, 2 days ago. I don't even know at this point. Going to his page, he seems like a whack job, so we're going to cover this because, again, I'm bored. Enjoy the video.
You're gonna get pulled over.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Hey, I stopped because you don't have a front plate, but also your plates are expired.
That doesn't sound like a valid reason to pull me over.
Yeah. Well, no front plate is a valid reason, and then the expired plates are also a valid reason. So, do you have a driver's license with you, sir?
Do you have a search warrant?
I don't need a search warrant.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Do you have probable cause?
Yeah, the plates.
That's not probable. There's no crime being committed.
Okay. If you'd like to see it that way.
Well, that's law.
Okay. I'll just have you stay here for a minute then, and I'll get another car here. And
Sure. Go ahead.
we'll take care of things, okay?
I just wanted to point out before we get too far, it always seems like sovereign citizens never have the money to register their vehicle, get insurance, keep a valid driver's license, but they have plenty of money to afford 12 GoPros.
I got 2 officers on the fucking scene for no tags. Well, expired tags.
Alrighty, sir. Go ahead and roll down your window,
It's down.
and I'm going to ask you again for your driver's license, registration, and insurance.
I can hear you just fine.
You're going to have to roll down the window so I can hear you.
I can hear you just fine.
Well, I can't hear you, though.
Well, that's not my problem.
Okay? But I'm telling you the reason for this traffic stop is
It's an unlawful.
no front
It's an
plate
unlawful.
and expired.
Go
so
get-
There's 2 traffic violations.
I want a
okay?
sergeant.
I have Deputy Sturdy here with me.
Okay,
so I guess
I want a sergeant. Bring a
Okay.
sergeant.
what for?
Because I'm requesting one on site.
But what is a sergeant going to tell you any different?
What's your badge? What's your name and badge number?
It's Deputy Wick,
Wick?
Lancaster County Sheriff's Office.
What's your number?
902122.
902122.
So you can go ahead and call dispatch and ask to speak to Sergeant Gaston, I believe is on today.
No, ma'am. Request him on site, please.
What's that?
Request him on site, please.
Okay, but what I guess I'm not going to understand what a sergeant on site's going to matter.
Because he has more authority than you.
Okay? So if the sergeant comes out here, then you're going to identify yourself and provide a driver's license.
Have I committed a crime?
insurance?
Have I committed a crime?
The crime is the violation of the traffic law that I pulled you over for.
The Supreme Court's ruled in my favor, ma'am.
Well, the Supreme Court says that I can stop you for not having a front plate and expired registrations.
Show me the case law.
So, are you going to comply with my request?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Because it's an unlawful request.
So first, it hit me right away. I couldn't figure out what it was. She sounds exactly like Bart Simpson if Bart Simpson grew up to be a sheriff deputy. Now that that's out of the way, you notice how sovereign citizens always say, oh, the Supreme Court agrees with me. But then they can't ever seem to cite relevant case law. This kind of seems like a 10th Amendment type issue where the states get to kind of choose how, when, where, how much it is to register your vehicle. I believe he said it was expired. So yeah, that's a state's issue, not a Supreme Court issue.
Is your body cam on?
It sure is.
Okay,
So is yours. It's fine.
I know. What's this guy's name and badge number?
This is Deputy Sturdy.
Sturdy? Badge number?
I didn't run Christopher.
Huh.
This is Robert's.
Yeah. Hey, Christopher, roll the window down.
I don't answer questions. What's your badge number, sir?
902147.
902147.
Reason she stopped you, one, is you got expired plates. You're not suspended. You're not anything like that. It's registered to Robert, who's sitting right over there. It's not that big a deal. Let's don't make a bigger deal than what we
You're
have.
not getting my ID without a warrant
Okay.
or probable cause that I've committed a crime.
Okay.
Not having plates is not a crime.
Here, listen. Do you have your driver's license with you?
Do you have a warrant?
I don't need a warrant. Do you
Well,
have
you
your
need it.
driver's license?
My lawyer told me to keep my stuff locked in a safe unless you have a warrant.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of any actual lawyer that would tell their client, yes, during a legal traffic stop, make sure you hide all of your information, because that always turns out so well. If you remember our boy Justin from last week, 2 weeks ago, he called two separate attorneys, constitutional rights this, right to travel that, blah, blah, blah. And both attorneys were just like, you need to stop. You're crazy, bro.
You have a valid license, which I know you do.
So why do you need it?
So she don't know who you are.
That's
I
not
know-
my problem.
know
I don't
who
need
you
to
are.
identify to you.
Okay. Will you acknowledge that you're Christopher?
No.
You are.
No.
Okay. And that's Robert over there, the registered owner. So it's not that big a deal. Do you go by Chris or Christopher?
I don't answer questions, sir. I reserve all of my rights right now.
It's not that big a deal. Okay?
Can I have a lawyer?
What's that?
Lawyer.
Lawyer.
Yeah, I want a lawyer present to
Okay.
be questioned by police.
This is you're making it way
No,
more
I'm
difficult.
standing on my rights, sir, which you took an oath to uphold.
Okay, and I'm doing that.
No, you're violating my
No, I'm
rights
not.
right now.
As a motorist in the state of Nebraska.
I'm not a motorist. I'm
Okay.
traveling down the
You're
road.
traveling?
I'm not conducting commerce.
Okay.
I'm not for hire.
Okay. It's Christopher and Robert. So just hang tight for me. You're not free to leave.
I'm not going to bring it up because we've brought it up 4,000 times already. It's Black's Law Dictionary, 2nd edition, which I believe came out in 1910. Somebody fact check me for that and throw it in the comments. They're intentionally misinterpreting the word employ. The definition of driver says employed. Employ can mean, I think 3 or 4 different things, and in the dictionary it even debunks them, but the word employ means to make use of something. He's making use of the vehicle. He's trying to make it into something to do with commerce. That's not how it works, bud. You need to hop off that train because it's not going anywhere. It hasn't left the station in 80 years.
I gotta have bed for this.
You did. Well, we were going over to Steve's. But then you wanted to roll through Denton. You tell me last night.
Alrighty, Chris, I have your citation for that no valid registration. Okay? There's a couple ways you can take care of it. You can appear in court on April 24th at 9 o'clock in Lancaster County, or you can pay the fine plus the court costs. You fill out the back and send it in that way. I am going to need a signature from you. It's not saying you're guilty. It's just saying you're going to take care of it right down there at that line. Go ahead and sign that. Go get the copy now. Thank you. Alright, let me go get a copy for you, okay? He's still not free to go, so stay right here.
Right, so we find ourselves back on the old interwebs at the old Cornell Law School website. That's my favorite at this point. Van Balian touched on it for a hot second. I'm going to touch on it for just a hot second more. So this guy isn't in commerce. He's made that very clear. He's not in commerce. The laws don't apply to him. The codes don't apply to him. Statutes don't apply to him. Yada, yada, yada. But at the same time that he's not in commerce, he's going to cite the Uniform Commercial Code 1-308, performance or acceptance under reservation of rights, as a way to protect himself and say, I'm not going to sign this ticket. So he's not in commerce, but he's using the commercial code to try to cover his ass. Is that just ass backwards to everybody else? Or is it just me?
Can I have all 3 of your business cards, please?
Chris, here's your citation then, and since I'm not able to prove you have insurance, I'm going to recommend you don't drive away because that's unlawful as well.
Do you have business cards?
I do not. So, but you need to get insurance or be able to show proof of insurance to operate a motor vehicle in the state of Nebraska.
And
okay?
I say next time you guys need to get a warrant.
No, we don't.
You do.
We do not.
You do.
Okay, just leave the courts here then.
Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hold that. Just keep it pointed at him.
No, that shit's in here.
It's recording.
Oh, okay.
That way, right? Bye, ponytail.
Nah, he backs that.
Why?
Yeah.
I want to go to Steve's now.
I think I've had enough excitement for today.
So that's the end of the video. That's the last video in his catalog. So I don't know if he got pulled over again. He was looking real paranoid, looking through the rearview mirror every 3 seconds to see if they were following him. Ballsy, but okay. Like I said, he's got a huge catalog of just bullshit, really. He's got a fraud of a post office, him going to court, him tagging a bunch of other frauditors, like the bigger ones, to try to get some clout. He's got an hour and 50-minute live stream where the cops are outside looking at the back of his truck. I have to go through all of that to see if there's anything else. But like I said, I'll try to keep checking back to see if there's anything recent. Like I said, this was like 2 days ago, so who knows if he got pulled over again. The truck wasn't his, so there's that. Hopefully you guys had a fun time watching this video, even though Van Valiant played it a few days ago. But thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Peace.